What's up everybody, it's Block here, coming out with a deck profile of my Gimmick Puppets. Pretty much Gimmick Puppets was like the deck that I first got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like 10 years ago in my early 20s. I'm pretty old now, probably too old to be playing a children's card game as they say. But no, sort of with the, obviously the FTK support basically that came out last year, but you know, I'm an original, I'm an OG Gimmick Puppet player if you want to say it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys my build. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Without further, we'll get into the deck profile. Starting off, we start off with 3 of our Rouge Doll, if you're French or however you want to say it. Absolutely fantastic card. When it's in your hand, you can reveal 1 Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster from your extra deck and special summon 1 monster from your deck with equal level to that rank. Really, really good. And when it's sent to the graveyard, except from hand, you can add it to your hand, which is super, super amazing. So we have so many ways to get things into our graveyard. Speaking of which, we do have our little soldiers. On normal or special summon, you can send 1 Gimmick Puppet monster with a different level from this card to your graveyard, and it copies its level, so it makes it into a, you know, send your doll, and then you can make it a level 8 and just do all your plays. And when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and then you can target up to 2 Gimmick Puppet monsters and increase its level by 4. So basically making all your level 4s into level 8s. Then next we do have 2 of the Terror Baby. Absolutely amazing card again. On normal summon, you can target a Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard except itself and special summon it. And also you can banish it from your graveyard, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to your Gimmick Puppet monster's effects, which is obviously absolutely amazing. Then next we do play 2 of the Fiendish Knight. So again, you can play it at 1. You can get away with playing it at 1, but I don't know. I like playing it at 2, so I play it at 2. When it's in your hand, you can target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard or 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to the owner's field. And then you can special summon this from your hand, which is really, really good. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, similar with our Rouge Doll, you can add it back to your hand, but basically she says you can't special summon Gimmick Puppets. You can only special summon Gimmick Puppets from the extra deck, which is absolutely fine, so that's all we're doing. Then next on to our one-offs, we got 1 Drury Doll. Obviously, pretty much was always one of the best Gimmick Puppets sort of back in the day, being able to special summon itself in the graveyard by banishing another Gimmick Puppet, which is really, really good. Then next, 1 of the Pistol. Again, another amazing card. You can special summon it from your hand by discarding 1 Gimmick Puppet monster. So basically, getting a level 8 on field and then filling up your graveyard with Gimmick Puppets, really, really good. Then next, we do have 1 of the Cattle Scream. Again, it's another amazing card, guess what? Being able to attach material from an Xyz monster you control, and you can special summon it from your hand or graveyard, which is really, really good. And if it is a material for a Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster, it gains the effect of once per turn you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field and defense position, which of course just special summoning our opponents and then just blowing it all up, which is really, really good. Then next I do play 1 of the Magnet Doll, bit more of a tech card for me, just to be honest with you. If your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are Gimmick Puppets, you can special summon it from your hand. I play this one just because in the last 4 months of going to locals, at least sort of every other week, I've won a die roll once. So quite often I do end up going second, so having something like the Magnet Doll is a really, really good kind of extender and things like that. Then next we do have 1 of the Scyther Arms. On normal summon, it's a Foolish Burial for a Gimmick Puppet monster, so normal summon that, and we can get kind of all of our plays going and things like that. Then next on to the hand traps, we do play 3 Ash, 3 Droll, and 2 Niv. Again, like I always say in these videos with regarding hand traps, play what we want, play what you've got, but obviously these also do work out as our cross-out designated targets as well. So that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spells and traps. And moving on to our spells and traps, next we do play 3 of the field spell, Mansion of the Dreadful Dolls. Absolutely amazing field spell. On activation, you can add 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to your hand, and Gimmick Puppet monsters cannot be destroyed by battle and are unaffected by your opponent's monsters. So again, just absolutely amazing, giving us protection. And also you can detach material from the Xyz monster you control and target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your opponent's side of the field. So basically just special summoning our big Gimmick Puppets for us to blow up and burn them for lots of damage. Then next we do play 3 of the Condolence Puppet, which is pretty much one of the best cards in the deck. Basically a Foolish Burial, and then we can send, if our opponent controls monsters special summon from the extra deck, we can send up to the number +1. So even if we're going first, as a minimum, it just works as a Foolish Burial. Then next for our rank ups, I do play 2 of the Argent Chaos Force. Arguably probably one of, well, maybe one of the best rank ups. I don't know, it was banned at one point, so, you know, basically not for the sins of Gimmick Puppet, unfortunately. So I think it was the Pendulum deck, wasn't it? You could use it in. Just being able to rank it up, and also when we special summon a level 5 or higher, level 5 or higher Xyz monster, while it's in your graveyard, you can add it back to your hand, just be able to use it again, which is really good. Then just on to our other one-offs, we've got 1 Terraform, and of course to get the field spell, 1 Set Rotation, because again, we really want to see that field spell, 1 Chicken Game, just as the other target for Set Rotation, 1 Foolish Burial, because we've got a lot of cards that like to be in the graveyard, 1 Called by the Grave, and 1 Cross Out, just because we don't like hand traps and things like that. Moving on to the traps, we do have 1 of the Puppet Play. We kind of just play 1 of the traps because it is searchable with our a Fantasix or whatever it's called. Again, it's just a decent card that we can use. And then finally, we do play 2 Imperm. This again works out as a cross out target for us as well, and of course stopping our opponent's plays as well is really, really good. But that's it for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. And moving on to our extra deck, we do play two of the Gimmick Puppet Fantasix. Again, absolutely amazing card. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 rank up spell from your deck to your hand, and it also gives you another normal summon of a machine type during the main phase. And if you special summon a Gimmick Puppet Xyz monster, except during damage calculation, you can special summon it from your graveyard, and then you can add a rank up magic from your graveyard to your hand. So again, just being able to recycle and keep reusing our Argent Chaos Force is amazing. Then we do play the Fantasix, if you want to call it, however it's called. The rank up of it, again, great card. When it's special summon, you can add a Puppet Trap from your deck to your hand. You can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 monster from either graveyard to your opponent's side of the field. And if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, you can target 1 and destroy it and inflict damage to it as well, equal to half its attack points. So again, just with more of the burns, just being able to beat our opponent. Then next we do play 1 of the Puppet Strings with the Dark Strings. Again, just kind of part of the FTK, and of course both limited, so we can only do the 1 card FTK from the field spell. But being able to play string counters and everything, then we rank up into that, blow everything up with a string counter, and we can burn our opponent for the damage, which is really good. Then next I do play 2 of the Giant Hunter, again kind of the finishing piece of the FTK. Up to twice per turn during the main phase, being able to detach 1 material from this card, targeting 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if it is a Xyz monster, we get to inflict damage to it as well. So with, you know, special summoning in these guys to our opponent's field, we can do a lot of damage. And then we do play the 1 Giant Hunter, the rank up of Giant Grinder. Similar effect, you can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. And if it was a monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. So again, just being able to pop cards on our opponent's field is really good. Then next I do play 1 of the Gigantistol with another very, very good card, being able to attach 2 materials from it and then target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls and take control of them until the end of the turn, and then it contribute itself, and then all monsters you control become level 8. So again, just helping us with our plays. Then moving on to our links, we've got 2 of the Chimera Doll. Again, amazing card. During the main phase, if you control this link summon card, you can locks you into Gimmick Puppets, which is fine. And you can have 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. But, you know, we'll be adding it to our hand a lot of the time, which is really good. Then just moving on to our other Xyz that we play 1 Ding, 1 Sky Prison, and 1 Thyton. Again, these are just kind of good generic cards that we can go into. Just to help us with our plays, but mainly, you know, we are looking for the FTK / just making a lot of big Xyz to beat our opponent over and burn them for lots of damage. But that's it for the deck profile. Of course, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.